What is it like to black out? Drugs, alcohol, medical issues, etc. I don't remember. No way. Same here. Blackout drunk is the only one I've experienced. One moment you are enjoying yourself. The next you are waking up with little memory of what occurred over the last few hours. You have to talk to others to stitch together what you do remember and try to work out what you did. Then you say, I did what? Once they respond, you say OMG. It's like falling asleep while still awake. Happened 3 days ago. For me, who has, regrettably, blacked out drinking, it doesn't really feel like anything. You wake up having no memory of a certain chunk of the night before. It kinda sucks because the only way you can know for certain what happened is to see a video, some pictures, but those are always embarrassing. This, specifically, is why I don't drink large quantities of alcohol anymore. A blackout is when your conscience goes into a witness protection program. Robin Williams. For those of you who don't know what that is, blacking out is when you drink so much that your brain goes to sleep, but your body gets all eye of the tiger and soldiers on. John Mulaney. I miss that guy. And scary. You wake up not knowing how you got there. You try to remember her the last thing you can and piece together what happened. You usually acted like a complete FA between then and waking up. Yep, I used to black out at my dealer's house a lot. I would wake up not knowing what happened. For me, I was never a nut to people but usually got taken advantage of. Sometimes I would wake up naked or just in my panties not knowing what he or his clients did to me. Blacking out is like time traveling forward a bit and not fun. LMAO, my first time ever to getting super drunk. I remember going around telling people I could teleport. To me, I was like, hey guys, watch this, and I closed my eyes and would end up at the other side of the house. I couldn't understand why they were asking if I was okay and wasn't impressed with my newfound abilities. Perfect answer. Video on, video off, video on again. I've passed out from heat fatigue before and it's basically this. The video does a fade to black transition and then it cuts to the next scene where you're on the ground. This is my mountain biking experience. Video on, starting the Black Diamond run. Stupidly said, last run. Video off, video on, cover in blood. Somehow back at my car with smashed helmet and bike. Everything is ouch. Sometimes you spend $6 at a strip club and can't remember it the next take until you look at your credit card bill. Holy F. I'm glad I am WAAAAY too much of a Scrooge to ever do that. My friend did this once and called his credit card company on the walk home. Vegas. And told them his card was stolen. He told me you can do that 2 to 3 times in your life lol. Were you with Cardi? Not fun. First off, you don't remember anything so you can't enjoy it. Second, the other physical symptoms you experience like nausea and vomiting are unpleasant. I blacked out during in-home hemodialysis a few times and a few times at the in-center. It's scary as F. And a few times I thought I was dying. Basically my vision would start to get black from the sides inward and you can't stand up and your brain starts to go blank and your knees buckle under your weight if you're still standing. It freaked my wife out and I woke up completely disoriented each time and completely drained. I also have been under anesthesia a bunch of times. It's way different. It feels like the time you missed never happened. Your brain's inner clock doesn't log it as if you were asleep. From John Mulaney. For those of you who don't know what that is, blacking out is when you drink so much that your brain goes to sleep, but your body gets all eye of the tiger and soldiers on. I'll tell you about blacking out. It was always weird when I'd go out for the night with like some money, and then black out and wake up with no money. It was even weirder, though, when I went out for the night with some money, black out, and wake up with more money. Because that means that I earned money. That means that I traded goods and or services. which is scary. Scary. But sometimes I'd almost be proud of it. You know? Like, well, I turned $20 into $100. I am a financial wizard. Like, I would like to give people money advice now, but I don't know how that would go. You know? Like they would just be like, John, we're looking to get rich quick, and I'd be like, well, have you tried mixing daiquiris with Ambien? They're like, does that work? I'm like, it didn't not work. Someone told me that I should experience it. Reading comments, I'm not convinced. Waking up to the dread of 40+ notifications on your phone. Good Lord. I remember this feeling of dread back in the day. I didn't even want to check my phone or social media. However, I've also woken up to job offers, dates, and great results from my blackouts from drinking in my 20s. I seem to get very confident and ambitious when I black out. Sometimes it really worked out, but I don't suggest it. As far as I can tell, when you're blackout drunk, you're still sort of functioning. It's just your brain is so damaged at that point that your memory stops recording. So when you try to recollect the event, there's nothing there because your brain was unable to form a memory. I don't know how true that is, but it's an explanation I've heard before. It's consistent with my experience. I have been blackout drunk before, but a video of me that I cannot recollect shows me functioning as though I'm just very drunk. To be honest, it was kind of disturbing to see. You're completely unaware of anything until you wake up and you're confused as hell. I found the most disorienting thing was that initially, I had zero sense of how much time had passed. 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 day? No clue. And it takes a little while to fully get your bearings, as it turned out. I only be out for about a minute, but during that time I still had enough time to have a dream. Closing parenthesis. It felt like waking up from a deep sleep, but I had no idea about anything. If you do it enough with alcohol, your friends start to slowly disappear. Edit. Am sober now, and life is much happier. Holy hell, did I feel that? Ditto. I'm interested to know what your first step was. I got blackout drunk a few times in college. IDK. It's not like a specific feeling. You're just enjoying yourself one day, and then all of a sudden it's the next day and you're lying in bed with a sweaty stranger and your bra is missing for some reason. I'm sorry for you, homie. For some reason. Medical epileptic seizures. My brain shuts down, not just blackouts. It also depends how bad it is. It can be from spastic in and out of consciousness to complete unconscious seizure. All there's is a blackness from my eyes not functioning when I am semi-conscious. I am never conscious during mine. I just come out of it confused and scared. You wake up remembering random little flashes of the night before and feeling kind of nauseous. Then hear stories about ridiculous things you said or did. Then you start to write a text and it auto-completes to, hey, sorry about last night. Depending on how blacked out you are, you won't be remembering a single thing ever from that night.